All right, looks like we are on the air. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 23 of Let's Have a Fefe. Felicia is, I don't know what she's doing right now, something with her hair. Sometimes it's better just not to ask and just... I've stopped asking. After 3 seasons, and how many years have we been doing this? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5 years. I've just stopped asking. I don't. All right, we are on the air. There we go. All right, we are on the air. Why are we echoing? Episode 23 of Let's Have a Fefe. Why are we echoing? I don't know what she's doing right now. Something with her hair. Sometimes it's better just not to ask and just... Why are we echoing? I've stopped asking. Don, you have headphones on, right? Why are we echoing? Yeah. Hi. Oh, we're not echoing now. It's better. Oh, maybe. What happened? That was really weird. I have no idea why we were echoing.
I think it was because I had the page open, but it wasn't playing.
Oh, that could have been why. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. I'm like, This is what happens when Felicia's too busy trying to put her hair on and, leaves things up to me, and then I have to figure these things out. So, we have Don from the Movie Bears joining us this evening. We're gonna talk about some Oscar stuff in a little bit, and then some other stuff. Felicia, what are you doing? I can't move. And what are you? Hurry! Oh my God! I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is sorry. I can't. I had unexpected. Oh my God! I can't work under these conditions. I wore a sparkly tie for this.
Oh, we woke for something sparkly.
What is going on?
Jesus, those
what
are
the hell, Felicia? Oh, Lord. And
we're here!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was our show for the evening.
How are you? How are you?
I can't work under these conditions. I just can't.
You don't get paid for this, do you?
No, and that's the problem. If I did, I'd be willing to put up with more.
Well, Don, if you want to sponsor.
Right.
We're here.
If someone would like to, currently, pay us enough to keep me with a paycheck, similar to.
I can't pay health benefits. That's the problem here. And
you see, fantastic though.
With this, I can't. That's a pre-existing.
It's a pre-existing condition.
I can't. I can't help you.
Oh, you're funny.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Busy ass motherfucking weekend.
I don't even know what's going on.
Since I messed something up, and
of course you did.
There's just music everywhere. So
what? You see what happens? Do you see what happens?
I leave for a second, and
I can't even.
Yes.
How am I supposed to do this?
So,
I don't even.
I'm just gonna pick a random song.
Okay, you're just gonna pick a random song because that's how we roll this evening.
Yes, because I'll lead in with this. Yes.
First you loved me and I let you in. Yes. Made me feel like I was born again. You empowered me and made me strong. Built me up and I could do no wrong. I let down my guard, I fell into your arms. Got who I was, I didn't really realize. Now I'm down on my knees.
So before I got here, I was on the intranets.
There's a shocker.
I know I didn't break it. Verizon didn't call and say, get off. Anyway, so Madonna apparently fell at the
I heard. Award. I didn't see it, but I
there's a little, if you go on the internet,
I'm sure there is.
There's a little GIF that just keeps repeating her like this.
Oh, no. That's awful. That's not her fault.
It's hilarious! But she had her life alert on, and she got right back.
Ooh, don't let Barbara Seville hear you say that.
I know Barbara's probably watching. She's
Uh-huh.
lovely, darling. She's lovely. And she probably has enough to say about the queen I follow. So, you know, this is the only thing I can say about Madonna. Madonna's pretty much...
You know, you can't say a goddamn thing about
I
Madonna.
know.
There's nothing you can say.
This is the first time I've been able to make fun of Madonna.
Yeah, there's nothing. You really can't say a goddamn thing about her.
And I enjoy her music. And I know that she sings live. Please don't hurt me, Barbara.
She's actually, she and Eddie are Olivia Garden's show this evening.
Well, pause for a moment. Barbara likes to watch the episodes back.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
So, thank you, Barbs.
Yeah.
I'm never getting booked at that show.
Yeah. We never get booked anywhere.
The truth has been spoken. I was trying to wonder what is going.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
What happened to our smooth there?
Yeah,
there we
I was
go.
looking at my face and going,
I
only gave a made for TV kind of face.
Right, we need the airbrushing. We need the airbrushing.
I was looking at that. I was like, can I get back up? Will anybody notice if I get back up? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So, this weekend, I will not start with my weekend because my weekend will just blah, 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 blah all over the place. Let's start with your weekend.
My weekend had the potential to be kind of awesome.
Eh.
And then
and
then it wasn't. We had Friday off. Carrie and I both had Friday off. I took it off because the Spotlight was supposed to happen on Friday. Which
Interesting.
it didn't. She took it off because
she wanted to take
it was Andrew's birthday, and before an incident that happened a few weeks ago, they were going to go to Disneyland.
Yes.
Obviously, that didn't happen. So we both had the day off, and we didn't have anything to do, so we went hiking. So we took my old dog up again to Wet Beaver Creek, and
Did I see pictures of this?
Yes, probably. There's a few. There wasn't a shit ton.
Is it a pretty dog?
He's brindle.
Kind of old.
Yeah, big and fat and brindle.
You can tell he's kind of like humble. He's like at that point where he's like gotten over the. He's just at that point where he's like, hey, I'm a wise dog.
Something like that. So we went hiking, and it was really nice. It wasn't too warm at all. It was nice and cool. And
did you introduce Don?
I did.
Oh, okay, good.
Damn it. Why are we frozen on the other screen?
I don't know. You did it.
I didn't do anything.
You paused it, ho.
Welcome to season 3, episode.
Pause for a second. I will say, before he got over here, he was harassing me that I wasn't ready and all this other stuff. And he's like, here, watch this video. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, mind you, that was at like, I don't know, 5:30 or something.
No, it wasn't. It was at 6:45.
Oh, so that's 6:45. It was.
And I had people here, and I had to get Dawn set up, and I had this going on, and it's still not what I wanted to do.
No, it's not. And you're just gonna have to live with that. Anyway, so it was a gorgeous day. Like it wasn't too warm. It was it was nice.
It was beautiful this weekend.
It was awesome. And Carrie did try to kill me, however.
Oh, you can't say that on tape.
Oh no, this is
legit.
So we're hiking along this trail, right? Which you have the stream down here, and then there's like a hill, like a mountain, basically. And it's basically.
Would you like to draw us a picture?
I could, yes. So.
Let me get you a sheet here.
Don't take it out.
Oh, you want to? You like the board? You need the board.
I do need the
demonstrate.
Board. Okay. So.
Here's some colors.
Thank you. So, let's see. What's the best way to do this? Oh shit.
Oh,
okay, so
I blame everything.
We have a stream down here. Okay, so here's the stream, right?
Oh, it's
you like that?
Wow, it's busy.
It's pretty. So here's the stream. Now, up here there's like a cliff. Okay, so this is a cliff. There's rocks.
Is this running alongside this?
This is up here. It's way up here.
It's running alongside the bottom of this, though?
This is about 150 feet.
Oh, my God.
So it's tall, okay? So you have this cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have this cliff that we're walking along. There's a path.
They can't really see you.
I'm working on it. there's a path that wanders up here. Okay, so you see, this is the red is the path.
Does it float above the ground?
This is the path. Shut up. That's the path.
Mm-hmm.
And here you have. This is Carrie.
Oh, her hair is remarkable.
Isn't that you like that? This is how they
we
do
have
it.
one of a kind pieces in here. You better be
This is
careful.
how
I think the future Oscar set pieces here.
You better
This
be
is-
careful.
This is how they do it on Judge Judy. Okay, instead of cars.
Oh my God.
This is me. I'm gonna give myself a beard. Okay.
Did you shave the motherfucking beard off?
And then this is my dog.
Oh my God, your dog! You have your hand up your dog's butt.
No, it's a leash.
What happened to his face? It's upside down.
Whatever, it's fine.
Oh my God, the poor
So,
dog.
Here we are, okay? We are walking about 150 feet above the water over here, which has rocks and boulders and whatnot.
Wow.
Okay, along this
Are they
path.
pretty?
It's gorgeous. It's
Mm.
absolutely beautiful. It's, you know.
There was no pictures of the house.
So, actually, there were.
Nuh-uh.
There were. Damn it! I posted it. I think.
Continue.
Anyway, so we're walking along over here. Okay, picture it. It's very pretty, and there's a 150-foot drop with rocks and shit down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carrie decides that she wants to start throwing rocks. Large rocks.
Like
Fist
boulders?
size rocks, like softball size rocks,
Oh.
like ball size rocks. So she throws like 2 of them over the edge.
At you?
No, over the edge
Uh-huh.
down this cliff.
Mm-hmm.
My dog goes, she throws another one. He
Oh my
goes
God.
to fetch the fucking rock.
And you have the leash.
I have the leash.
As shown. Let us not.
The leash is here. Okay, do you see
You see the leash that looks like it's going up the dog's butt?
Whatever, it's a leash. And I have him. It's a 15-foot. We have him on a 15-foot training lead because he can wander a little bit. And I swear to God, we both almost went over the edge. He went to go, and I wasn't really paying attention because I wasn't thinking about it. Like, he's not gonna, you know. But he actually
How
starts.
long have you had this dog?
Almost 9 years.
You didn't know that?
He's never done this before. He will chase balls. He's never gone and chased a rock. He actually starts sliding down the cliff. He jumps over the edge and starts sliding down the rocks and the gravel.
Oh my.
I'm holding on to him and I'm skidding because he weighs 80 fucking pounds. And I'm trying to drag him up. Meanwhile, Carrie's got another fucking rock in her hand.
And she's gonna throw it again.
She's gonna throw it again. I'm pulling my dog up and I look at her and I said, "Stop it." And she looks at me as I'm trying to keep from falling over the edge. And she's like, "Oh."
No life insurance money tonight.
Right. I'm like, I don't have that much life insurance, so if you're trying to, that's not really gonna work. So she tried to kill me, but then karma came back because we hiked down this
Throw
trail.
another rock?
Oh no.
And let her
We hiked down this trail and then we hiked back and then we went back down and found some like big flat rocks and I sat there and I read for a little bit and the dog ran around and
You brought a book?
She walked down this way a little bit and crossed the stream and well I did pause it at one point so I don't know if that makes a difference. It's catching up. Anyway, she walks down the street, and I see her coming back up the other side, right? And I'm sitting on the rock. And she's like, "Can Dragon come over to you?" I said, "Yeah, that's fine." So Dragon comes across, and
that's the name of the dog.
That's the dog, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "I hurt my back." I'm like, "You hurt
by sitting on a rock?"
She went to she was to cross some of the parts you have to stand on a rock, and you kind of she went to go catch herself. She twisted her back. She spent the entire fucking weekend laid up in bed, like can't move, cannot move. Is she moving now? After 2 visits to the chiropractor and basically laying on her back since Friday. Yeah, it's still not perfect though.
Damn, karma got her back.
That's what I said. I said that's what you get for trying to kill me. So my weekend, we were gonna go. On Saturday, because Saturday was half off day at Goodwill, we were going to go and find some stuff to make Ren Fair garb for the boys. Because we were going to go back. Some? We were going to. I probably could. I made carries. I totally figured that shit out. And
But I don't want to become the main attraction at the Ren Fair because that would be just awful.
Well, yours would be easy though. I'm gonna get.
They'd be like, there were no black people in the
That's why
Renaissance Festival.
I would get you some rags and some shackles, and I could
They'd
just.
be like, oh, look at a sleigh.
I could just drag you along around. It'd be fine. It would work.
I feel like we made Don uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think Don.
I know that I'm supposed to talk about Selma later on, so this is
So
getting things warmed up in a scary way.
we're just prepping the
Absolutely.
stage for you. We're you know.
So
that was my weekend, which was supposed to be good, but ended up being shit because my girlfriend.
So
was
you
laid
almost
up.
died. You didn't go to half off. You took her crippled ass to the doctor twice, and now she's better.
Sort of. We were ghosts. Like I said, we were supposed to go back to the Red Fair this weekend, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
So I think I'll let Don tell his weekend because I
Are you skipping your weekend, Felicia?
have a blur of a weekend.
Okay, you did a lot of shit this weekend.
I could
We'll
tell
just-
my
we'll go
weekend,
with
but
that.
I won't.
You.
What did you do this weekend, Don?
Well, I went to see the Oscars at the Movie Bears party, which was at the Sidebar in near downtown Phoenix, and it was fantastic.
I heard a little rumor from a little birdie that you are very good at picking.
Well, one thing that I learned this year was that I'm not as good as I should be, and that's because the year before I won the contest, because we always do a little contest where everybody tries to predict the winners, and I predicted them all correctly last year, but this year someone else came ahead of me, and that was because I had a moment of weakness.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We don't want to make you cry so early in the show. Cry. God. That's bad enough. I hold back tears every week.
I just will tell you that, though, if you are, next year, if you're voting in the Oscar pool or anything like that, your company's Oscar party, if you vote with your heart on anything, the Academy will disappoint you. So if you're in doubt, pick the one that you were told was going to win, and you'll
get
Right,
better.
it's sort of a trend.
We'll get back to Don here in a second, but since I fucked up the music, I'm bringing sexy back.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
I can just pick a random song. It's fun.
No, you know what?
Yeah,
it's
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Just let me have my fun, okay?
We're gonna end up owing people money
Again.
Not only are we not making any, but
Let's do this one.
Oh, people.
I just picked a random song.
Okay, great. I'm
Oh.
excited.
Oh no, that's slow.
What the fuck?
Let's do this, people.
Oh, that.
Those people? No?
Fuck's sake, Felicia, just pick something. This is
Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
okay. Wow.
We'll just fade it out.
Then we'll just.
Just the tip is brought to you by whiteytinies.com. And I'll have to explain to you later why I can't pull up the little overlays.
She broke shit again.
No.
I can't. There's always something. All right. So, my tip this evening is about getting to know and potentially dating a trans partner.
Oh, this is a good one.
It's just
Turn up the volume, hon.
It's just a few sort of kind of basic tips. I'm not going to get into all sorts of nitty gritty things, but these are some basic things. You know that this is assuming that you know that the person that you're going to go on a date with is trans, whether it's a trans woman or a trans man, it doesn't matter.
Why do I hear echoing?
Again, see, I don't know. I have no idea. I was echoing before, and I don't know why. I just work here. Anyway, so this is just some basic tips on how to make sure that your date with this individual goes smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is don't use the word tranny.
Oh.
RuPaul is all about the word tranny, but you're not dating RuPaul. And if you are, more power to you. Generally, it's kind of frowned upon. Don't use the word tranny. Don't refer to someone as a tranny. For God's sakes, don't call your date a tranny. It's awkward and that makes you sound like an insensitive jerk. If you happen to know that this person, like, if, say you knew this person before they transitioned. So, you know, you're getting used to new pronouns and possibly a new name and things like that. If you mess up a name or a pronoun, it's okay. You just apologize and move on. Don't need to make a big deal about it. Don't need to, you know, it happens, especially if you've known this person for a while and you knew them before they transitioned. Slip-ups happen. And if you don't make a big deal out of it, nobody's going to make a big deal out of it. Nobody cares. It's fine. Do your own research beforehand. Don't use this person and don't use the date as an excuse to delve into the whys and wherefores of being trans. So questions like, how do you take the hormones? What types of surgery are available? You know, what is a binder?
Shouldn't you
what
know
is
that before you start dating?
Well, that's the thing, is that these are things that you should at least look into before, because there's nothing worse. You're sitting there and you order, you know, you say you go out to dinner, you know, you're ordering your food, and you're like, okay, so tell me about a binder, and are you a post-op or a pre-op trans? No.
And what happens to your penis?
Right. Where do you know, what do you do? And along those same lines, don't ask about the genitals. Don't ask about them. It's don't do it.
Can I dispel a rumor? I'm not transitioning.
That's funny.
I heard that 3 times.
Really?
That nobody has seen me in the drag scene because I'm transitioning. No, I've been working.
I love rumors. Rumors are funny.
And if you watch the show, you would know.
Right? That's really funny. Don't.
If you saw my legs right now,
don't
you
sit
would
there
know I'm not
and quiz
transitioning.
people. Don't quiz people on the transition. Don't use them as like an encyclopedia. It's, you know.
But you should be knowledgeable before
you would think so, but it's a fascinating topic for some people. Like, they just have to know sometimes, and
you
it's
wouldn't
like,
treat this person like a normal person. I mean,
Well,
not to say normal. I hate that word, but you know what I'm saying.
you would think so, but again,
Just be on the date. What kind of music do you like? What kind of food do you eat? What
trans people are an anomaly, and as much as people like to say, "Oh, it doesn't really matter," I'm
not saying it doesn't matter.
No, I don't think of it that way. Blah 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 blah. It's like the questions fly around all over the place. I always get, when I'm at work, there's a couple of people that most people don't ask me anything, probably because they're not entirely sure what's happening. But there's a couple of people, and I thought this was really funny, when they're like, "How are you feeling?
Huh?
How's that working for you?" I don't understand the question exactly. I'm
What
very
makes you
cowardly.
ask me that question?
It's weird.
Deal?
And along the same lines as that, don't make the entire conversation about trans stuff. So, you know,
Let's talk about the news.
you know, you may be knowledgeable on trans issues. You may be knowledgeable about, you know, different trans-related issues and things and whatnot. We do like other things besides trans issues. We do talk about other things than, you know, like, there's nothing.
But you don't go to work and you don't start your day with, I'm trans.
I do, yes, actually,
You pray to the trans god.
I do, and I put it out as a cube. I hang a flag outside of my cube. But, you know, we all know that there are, you know, there's issues among the trans community, but it's not always good date material. So don't make everything you talk about all about trans stuff. I mean, we get it. You know about trans things. Good for you. Don't ask about things like birth names or you know, referencing things.
Let's get to know each other first.
Right. You know, referencing things before the transition. You know, they're just, if it's something that.
What did you look like before you transitioned?
Do you have a picture of when you were a girl? You know.
What did your parents think when you transitioned?
Right. Again, these are all things. Just don't. If it's information that's volunteered, then great. But don't push the issue. one good thing to do is just like any date, flirty little compliments, and it's stay away from like words that can be like too masculine or too feminine, because then it seems like you're trying too hard. Like, if you're find some sort of like gender neutral sort of compliments.
You like
sexy.
football, bro?
Right. Yeah. Like sexy's a good one. Just hot. But you don't have to like ease up on the super, like the bro talk and the, just I don't know.
That was an example.
In a minute.
You're welcome.
If it gets to the point where something looks like it's going to happen in the bedroom, or if you're getting along those lines, do not, under any circumstances, assume that the trans person that you are in bed with is going to let you see and or touch everything that they have.
I feel like these are...
You would think these would be a given, and they're not.
I feel like I want to slap somebody.
And don't play the, if you really liked me, you'd let me. Because I've heard that. I've heard people do that.
I've heard gay men say that to each other.
No. There's
but you like me, don't you?
There's a certain level of trust, and don't expect it. Especially if the individual that you are dating is pre-op in any form, whether they're a trans man and they haven't had top surgery, don't expect them to take their shirts off. Don't expect them to take their binders off. If the trans woman that you're dating,
are those things smooth?
What? A binder?
Yes.
Are they smooth?
Smooth, like if there was skin to skin contact, is it smooth?
It's smooth. I mean, it's like it's spandex.
That ain't smooth.
No, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm saying is usually if the binder stays on, there's a shirt on top of it.
Oh, okay, because I was like, ooh, God.
Yeah, no, it's
ooh.
Yeah, but don't expect.
We wear spandex for a living.
Right. Yeah. Don't expect to touch things. Don't expect to see things.
What's it look like?
Just they will let you know what and how far they would like you to go. But if you keep all of these things in mind, you could have a very, 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 very nice evening with a.
Well, you're over-promising. Please don't do that.
I said you could have.
Okay.
I didn't say you will have.
I don't want to be sued for nothing. Okay, I just.
Right. Well,
I don't
Freddy
want you.
said that if I did this.
He said that if I don't pop a squat and give it all up on the first date, that we would be together forever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when it comes down to it, a trans individual is just like any other individual, and
that's the way you expect.
You
to be
would think
singing,
so,
don't you?
but my God, you would, obviously. I mean,
steadily before our eyes, you're becoming this young man that. And once you fully do the whole shebang, I'm not gonna be like, well, she was, he was. I'm gonna be doing he was.
Well, I'm gonna help remind you of that because I'm gonna be sitting here with no shirt and a bow tie.
Well. Somebody asked me this weekend about, who was asking me about Miley Cyrus being shirtless? And I said, well, men walk around shirtless. Why couldn't women?
Nobody.
And then there was this. Yeah. And I'm like, are we really going to be like this? This is totally a man's society.
That's because women's nipples are evil. And
I have seen men's nipples, excuse my language, man boobs bigger than some women that I hang around.
Okay. But they don't feed children, therefore it's not obscene.
Oh, so if Peter Griffin fed a child,
then it would be obscene.
Which he has.
Yes, then it would be obscene.
That's disgusting. Don, you're not saying anything.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Who Peter Griffin is? He's on Family Guy.
Oh, okay. I know what we're talking about now.
You've never seen Family Guy, Don?
I have. I'm so into the feature-length films that I'm missing out on television. You see.
Oh. It's doctor's orders. I've been watching TV.
Oh my god. Of which I'm so fucking mad. So
What?
I'm trying to catch up on How to Get Away with Murder. Okay.
Don't tell me, because I haven't finished.
Well, no. Here's my problem: is that I'm
Did
only.
you know the season premiere is tomorrow?
I know, and I'm trying to catch the fuck
final.
up. I'm trying to catch the fuck up. I watched episode 10, and I'm on episode 11, and fucking Hulu keeps glitching. So it'll go like a little bit, and then it like completely shuts itself off. I'm like,
you know
fuck
what
you, Hulu.
You know what it is? It's because I'm in charge of your internet in your area.
That would be why.
Mm-hmm.
That explains why.
I am in charge of your internet in your area, and
To tell you where I'm at, they just took on a new client.
okay, I haven't quite got there yet.
Okay.
I know. I'm not even supposed to do this. I read the synopsises.
Don't do that.
I do.
Just stop it.
Because I'm so addicted to the
Stop
show and Empire. I'm just so addicted to both of them.
I have to catch up on Empire too.
I
just
know.
need Hulu to stop being stupid.
And Fox keeps posting these pictures as like, do you know what happened? And I'm like, shut up, Fox. I haven't caught up yet.
Oh my god.
Okay, so because we're tight for time, I'm only going to read headlines that this wonderful site. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm not going to tell people where this is at because I don't want them to go looking at this. Where should I read this one? It said people can live longer or they can have pensions, but not both. Sorry.
Nice.
So you either retire really nicely and die early, I guess.
Right.
Or you could work for the rest of your life and
live longer.
Live longer.
I think
I'd rather retire.
I'd rather have a pension and live it up for a little while and then kick the bucket.
Yeah.
It would be easier.
This one sounds real good. Renowned astrophysicist has determined that there is no life anywhere other than Earth, and space travel is just a waste of time and money.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Who paid him to say that?
And at the same time, President Obama just signed something to let us go to Mars.
That I would love to do that. Actually, there's a Dutch company that they're privately funding an expedition to Mars. It's they have people that are volunteering to go.
My thing is, I want somebody else to go first because I'm not one of those.
Well, that's the thing is that this private financier there's a group of people that are going to Mars. They range in different ages, different lifestyles, different skills and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to Mars, and they will be building like the first sort of colony. And it takes.
So we already destroyed one planet. We're gonna go destroy another one.
It takes 4 years to get to Mars. It takes 4 years to get to Mars, and basically it's understood that if you are a part of this mission, you are not coming home.
Wait, I need to ask. Don?
I heard about that too, yeah.
Are you going to Mars, Don?
I think I might consider it. I don't know about the 4-year flight on the way there, though. You know, think of all the things was that what you said, 4 years?
4 years.
Yeah, that's like, you're going to miss out on a lot of...
life.
a lot of films and television shows. You were talking about catching up on those series. You know,
right.
think of like how bad it's going to be after 4 years.
Hulu on there.
Right. See if you can be the.
Maybe they'll have Hulu on the spaceship.
Get DirecTV on Mars.
You don't know.
The thing that would happen is they'd promise the connection, and then you'd be on the ship, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, we don't know why it's not working. You know, we'll wait till we get there."
We'll send a tech out in 3.5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please hold. Where was the other stupid one? Hold on. Girl Scout cookies. If you haven't got your Girl Scout cookies, I've already had 3 sets. You're welcome, Girl Scouts.
How about the KFC one?
Where is it? I keep glancing
down. KFC has unveiled the UK's first edible coffee cups made from heat-resistant white chocolate.
I don't know.
There's a way to to reduce waste.
And then get fat. So you're not really reducing
You're
the waste.
eating at fucking KFC and you're worried about edible coffee cups.
I'm saying you're not really reducing the waste.
You are, because you're not throwing away a coffee cup. You're eating the coffee cup.
You
Speaking of which, real quick, oh my god, I had the most amazing cupcake today.
We never really stay on topic, Don.
Real quick, it was called Frosted or Frenzied Frosted Frenzy
You
or
got the
something
cheap
like that.
Frosted Flakes?
No, it's called like Frosted Frenzy. I'll have to look it up. But apparently there was a truck over at Carrie's building today, and she got me. It was a salted caramel cupcake, and this thing was fucking amazing. Let me tell you, the frosting was the most amazing thing ever. It had like a drizzle of like salted caramel. The cupcake was like a salted caramel. It was super soft and super moist, and there was like a ball of salted caramel in the middle of this cupcake.
That is like my obsession right now.
I about died. I think I like had an orgasm while I was driving. This was like.
So guys, you can get.
I think it's called.
You can get salted caramel drinks at Starbucks. Just have to tell them that you want that. It's not on the menu anymore.
Maybe if people are having orgasms while they're driving, that explains the driving in Arizona.
Friendly.
No, salted caramel.
The driving was horrible in Arizona before this came out.
So imagine now. I mean, jeez.
Freddie wasn't driving at the time, I don't
Wait,
think.
it just occurred to me though. What if you tried creating a drink called the Frosted Freddy?
What'd you say? Hold on, Don. What'd you say?
What if he tried creating a drink called the Frosted Freddy?
I would not drink that at all. That's disgusting.
Jesus.
I didn't even listen to what the flavor was. I just said, oh my god. God, that's disgusting.
Here we go.
All right, did you find it?
I did. It's frostedfrenzy.com.
We do not sponsor, but if they want to sponsor us, that'd be
They're online and delivery gourmet cupcake bakery.
It's online, you
and
say?
Apparently they have like a truck.
Give me this.
Fuck you. They have a cupcake calendar tab. We need to find out where they're going with food trucks.
Maybe we should have them on our 100th episode. But you know what I would be doing the whole episode?
Eating.
And you would have to host.
No, fuck you. I'd be eating as well.
So people would be watching us for an hour eat however many cupcakes.
All right, get on to Don. We need to.
Okay. Sorry, Don. Sorry.
No worries.
We have Don here from the Phoenix Movie Bears. Don, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and then we'll talk about the Oscars.
I'm
to talk about. Go ahead.
I'm a filmmaker and a screenwriter. I also teach classes, and I'm from Chicago originally. Phoenix is my 10th city. I actually made a short film on about a trans man that I had in a festival. Well, it's been in about 20 festivals now. The film is called Chris, and that little film got screened more than anything else I ever made. So,
is this on Netflix?
It's on YouTube. It's a short film. It's 3 minutes long, and it's on my website. My website is donbapst.com. DONBAPST.com, and you can find it there. The name of the film is Chris, and so it's been out for about 7 years, something like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it premiered in Toronto at the Gay and Lesbian Film Festival there, and it won a prize there, and then it's just been going all over the place. So.
Wow.
Since then, I've made a bunch of other shorts, but most recently, I'm focusing more on screenwriting, and I just optioned a low-budget horror film in Hollywood. So hopefully, this time in 2 years, there will be a feature out there with my name on it. But in the meantime, I'm just watching all those people collecting their statues and waiting for the next thing.
If you ever need actors, we're available.
If you need a drag queen actor, we're here. We're here.
I'm already. That's why I'm watching you from home, because I'm seeing you on my screen and seeing what this is going to be like right now. So.
Oh, you want to do a documentary on us?
You could totally do a documentary on
Ooh,
this.
I'd be careful on
I have the
that.
hiccups, Felicia. I can't.
You
get
shouldn't
rid of
drink
it.
it.
I've been having the hiccups all fucking day.
Okay.
It drives me crazy.
So Don, give us the lowdown, hoedown, about the Oscars. What were some of the winners, and what were some of the losers, and what were some of your expectations?
Well, the big winner, of course, was Birdman, and that was one of those ones where at the last minute it was starting to become more obvious that that was going to be the winner, because you hear the Oscar buzz if you follow the press, like Variety and all these different media outlets in LA. And then also the awards the night before at the Spirit Awards, it won the Best Picture there. But the surprise was that the director went also to the director of Birdman, Alejandro Inarritu. I hope I pronounced his name right. And it was expected that Richard Linklater, who directed Boyhood, was going to win. So that was a kind of a shocker to me. And also screenplays were a shocker. But the actor categories was just as everybody expected, to tell you the truth.
So small controversy throughout the Oscars, or leading up to the Oscars, was was it the director or was it an actor? I'm not sure, but that somebody from Selma, accused the Academy of being, I would say, if is the word racist?
That they said that basically the only time an African American is going to win a role is if they're or win an award is for I think they said subservient role.
Correct.
I mean, there's definitely a history of that in the Oscars, and starting with Hattie McDaniel winning for Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
And she was when she was at the Oscar ceremony that year, or 1930, whatever it was. She actually had to sit in a separate area of the Oscars because there was separate seating for blacks and whites at that time. So she had to be escorted up from the black section to come up to the stage, and she wasn't expected to win, apparently. So her speech is actually one of the most moving in the whole history of the award ceremony, because it really represented a change. But at the same time, yes, she was subservient in the role that she played, and there has been quite a bit of that in and I think a lot of that is because of the parts, the way they're written. There's a perception that if a person is cast as a black person or an Asian person or a trans person even, then the role isn't going to be a role for a person, but it's going to be a role about being black, or a role about being a trans person, or something like that. So I think there's a bit of a fear of casting a person of of color or whatever it may be, because then it's like, oh, well, then I'll have a black film instead of I don't see it this way, but I'm saying that's, I think, how in the industry, an industry driven by money, where it costs so much money to make a movie, they always try to take the safest choice because there's these investors involved, and so that limits a lot of things that could happen in the industry. Sadly.
I have to admit, I have not seen any of the movies that either won or were nominated for the awards. I have.
Well, I told him before that I haven't seen a lot of the movies that were. I
hadn't even heard of Selma. Birdman, I had heard of Selma. Good things about it. I hadn't heard of Selma. The what was it, Boyhood or whatever it is?
Yeah, you hadn't heard of that one?
I had heard of that one.
The 12-year movie.
Right, the 12-year movie, which interesting sort of.
Have you seen that, Don?
I have. It's I really like that director, and it is the interesting thing about it, besides that it took 12 years, was that he had to cast a young child actor at the beginning, not really knowing how that person was going to age. So if you cast somebody in a movie and you know you're going to be shooting every year for 12 years, you don't know if in 5 years that kid is going to turn out to be like somebody's like, I don't want to make this movie, and screw you guys, my parents for sticking me in this, this thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it turns out that he became, he aged well with the film and became a good actor as he went along. And the other challenging thing about that is actually making the film work as a consistent piece of film that looks like the same movie, because the technology has changed drastically in those 12 years. So the way they're shooting, they had to keep storing the footage consistently, which is why that was another big Oscar snub. It didn't win for editing, which was a bit of a shocker because the editing process was so technical on that film, and instead Whiplash won, which is a wonderful film, but it's the editing is less of a major achievement and just a good job of classic editing, let's say.
So I have a question for you. What do you think of Neil Patrick Harris's hosting? Because he's been getting he's been getting some flack for just being kind of blah, and I guess there was one joke that he made about one of the winners' dresses, which was ridiculously inappropriate right after she had mentioned that her son had committed suicide, and he made a joke about her dress, and it was like, oh.
There were a couple of awkward moments. I think that was when I was getting another margarita to deal with the loss of the picture category that was coming up. But he did make some very strange comment to Oprah Winfrey at the beginning. The
Birdman thing and
well, before he even said the rich thing, he said something to her, and then she looked at him like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like she wasn't being a bad sport. She just didn't know what the fuck he was saying, and I didn't, and nobody knew. Everybody was kind of the room was dead silent, and everybody's like, "What is the joke?" And then he said something about her being rich, and everybody just kind of went like, "Oh, is that it?" Really?
It was American Sniper. Like he's like this side of the room. Yeah. It's like this side of the room is every movie that wasn't American Sniper, and American Sniper is Oprah, and everybody just kind of went
because he was saying,
and he's
Oprah
like because you're rich.
$3 billion.
Right. It's because
because American Sniper made the most amount of money. I just got what he was saying right now, but that's very meta, I guess.
It was just kind of like. Why? That was.
Well, actually, that's a good transition to the theme of this year. Was really about Hollywood sucking its own dick, which is really what Hollywood is always about at the Oscars. But this year more than ever, because really, Birdman was a movie about the difference between making blockbusters and making art projects, and so Hollywood is more interested in that than really anybody else is. So they were basically awarding films that they like talking about, but everybody else is kind of going, wait, where was Selma? Where was this movie we liked? Right. So that was the theme this year, definitely.
Wow.
Which isn't to say they were bad films, but
it's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's Hollywood patting themselves on the back, going, "We did a good job.
We did an amazing job.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us. Oh my God, you're so awesome."
We should start our own award show and have our own awards to ourselves.
I think we should totally do that.
We should do the Let's Have a Fefe Awards and then just hand each other awards.
Call them Fefers.
Yeah, we'll just I'll just be like, best co-host. There you go. Oh my God, so amazing.
I don't know what.
Actually, that would be really entertaining to let a bunch of different people give their Academy Award acceptance speech. Just and just see what they would do. If that's like, if you had to give a speech right now, what would it be? And just see and do like a whole series of those. That would be really fun. Because really, accepting an Oscar is like, there's really nothing else like it in the world, because it's the most recognized award there is. And I think
I've won 2 Echo Awards. Okay.
Oh God.
And
we'll find out tomorrow if you've been nominated again.
Oscar schmosker, whatever.
And here I can't even get my name put on a piece of paper.
But an interesting thing is that we worry about these things so much, or at least those of us who are following them. But yet the films that win the awards aren't necessarily the ones that go down in film history as the most important, and the ones that get snubbed at the Oscars, if they were great films, they still stand the test of time. And when you go back in time, people go, "Oh, Citizen Kane must have won. Oh wait, it didn't. Like what won that year?" And And then 2001 Space Odyssey, that should have won. No, it didn't. And everybody's like, really? So and then when you hear the award that won, you're going, what? I didn't even see that movie. What is that? So in time, it all pans out anyway. So it really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you won an Oscar. That's great and all, but your film really wasn't all that. So
That's right. Yeah.
nobody asked me who should get the Oscar. So
Well, nobody apparently asked Don either.
no, right?
I know, and I'm still kind of a little bit bitter about that. But basically, the other ironic thing is that most of the people on the Academy are people who make blockbuster movies,
Right.
big tentpole movies, as we call them, and those are exactly the kind of movies that they don't award.
Right.
So that's kind of ironic that the people who are actually making those movies don't even vote for their own things.
What are you doing?
They can't see me.
I
Leave me
can
alone.
see you. I mean, they can't see you. They see you doing this. Okay, this is what
They were
see
on
you
Don.
doing.
Look.
We can.
Look.
Oh, so I'm in close-up now. See, I thought I was invisible here. I've been.
No, they can see you. They can't see
I
us.
was trying to fix my bangs.
Oh my God.
I was listening.
It's awful. It's awful. Okay, so now, all right, we got to talk about the really important stuff here.
The entertainment.
The entertainment. Because, you know,
What did you
The
think?
red carpet?
What did you think of the? Oh, you want to talk red carpet?
I
Oh, I
didn't.
thought that's what you were going to say about the entertainment. Oh, you
Red
mean the
carpet-
songs and everything?
Yeah.
Red carpet. I was not too impressed with.
I didn't see any of the red carpet.
I
I didn't watch the Oscars.
looked at a lot of the
Mm.
pictures for you know, like as they walked in on the red
Red
carpet.
carpets aren't the same anymore.
I didn't think that any
They're
of the
not.
dresses were original or something that you would go, oh my God,
You know,
I want one.
I did see some of the pictures, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen them all before. Like, I didn't.
There was nothing that stood out that said, oh my God, that dress is amazing.
And oddly enough, what stood out was
The
Lady
men.
Gaga looking normal. I'm just saying.
Well, since
that-
we're talking about her,
That's true.
Don, what did you think of Lady Gaga and her tribute to Julie?
Oh, I mean, it was lovely, you know, especially at that point in the evening. You know, you have like a couple of drinks in you. You know, you're not really hearing the speeches anymore. It's just kind of like, and then she just kind of wafts out there on the stage like on this cloud. It's like
people are-
movie magic.
a lot of people are saying, I had no idea she sounded like that. It's like, okay, that means you've never bothered to go and look and find any of her videos from before she was Lady Gaga, when she was just Stephanie, whatever the hell her last name is.
and it's just her.
It's just her and a
And a
piano,
piano.
with long dark hair before she was Lady Gaga, before she was anything. And she's a fantastic musician. When I went to her concert a few years ago, it was I think my favorite. I don't even remember what song it was now off the top of my head.
Paparazzi, she sung at the piano.
Was it Paparazzi
Uh-huh.
with the flaming piano?
Correct.
It was her and the piano.
We might have been in the same.
You were
same
actually
thing.
you were sitting right up that way. I was down on the floor. You were sitting up here.
Why do I gotta be in the higher seats?
That's your husband.
Racist.
But that's the root of it is she's a fantastic artist. The crap that she sings, I can't stand. I can't listen to most of her shit because it's.
But I literally, I did not get to watch the full Oscars because I was at the Supernova pageant. But I literally, somebody was like, "This is amazing." I was thinking, "Oh my God, we've seen Lady Gaga in the past year, and I want to shoot myself in the face." So, I had that understanding in my mind that I wanted her to be just this terrible.
Yeah.
That she's lost her roots and that she decided that she did art pop because she thought that that's what people wanted and she totally forgot where she came from. And then you press the play button.
Yeah.
She walks out in this beautiful white gown and
Yeah.
you go, who the fuck is that?
She pretty much nailed it. Although I have to say, okay, I have been a Julie Andrews fan since I was tiny, little, watching Mary Poppins, Sound of Music, Camelot, you name it, everything at Victoria, whatever she was in, I can
Here you go, being more gay than I
can quote every single line from Sound of Music. Like
I
I can speak along the whole thing. Like it's when
I can't catch up.
Oh, I have a great story for you on this.
when
I
she-
was on a gay tour bus in Salzburg, and as we drove in, it was all gay men on this tour bus, and the guide was this German woman, and she said, "Oh my God, now you know everyone. When we get to Salzburg, we start playing the music from Sound of Music, and all you Americans, you know all the words." So she put in the cassette tape, and then everybody started on the yodele 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 hee hoo, you know, all the you name the song, and everybody was singing it, and the German's like, "Oh my God, I can't stand it with this singing," you know. So and I went to the Mirabel Gardens, you know, where there's the statues and all that stuff, and it's just like in the movie, and gotta go.
Yeah, I've been on the Sound of Music tour in Salzburg, and it's absolutely
We should
amazing.
film from
but
there.
yes, we should film from there. But
That would be good.
when Julie Andrews lost the ability to sing,
Yeah.
but there will never be another Julie Andrews ever, and there are certain roles that will always be associated with her. I don't give a fuck who does it. I don't care who does it. Carrie Underwood, no, go home. Okay, there's certain things that are very.
What?
Carrie Underwood
Did what now?
did the live Sound of Music, the thing that was absolutely
Did
atrocious,
she?
with the black nun in World War II, fucking Salzburg. No, it was awful.
Where? What?
You'll have to go find it. It's awful. It's terrible. It was, oh God, it was awful.
Oh my God.
But when Julie Andrews came out on stage after Lady Gaga's performance, when the camera pans to the audience, you see every single person in that audience had a fangirl moment.
They were like, oh
Every-
my God, she does
they-
know how to sing.
When Julie Andrews came out on stage, it was like, I don't know if anybody had expected it. I don't know.
She was kind of at tears.
It seemed to throw everybody for a loop, because you see everybody in the audience just get all giddy. And that's pretty much what I did. I was like, oh my God, it made me all weepy and shit. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I was like, oh my God, this is the Lady Gaga I love.
That whole thing was, okay.
Not that I don't like the costumes and the poppy and the.
I could take that or leave it. I don't care.
If you just take that all
I prefer
away.
raw talent.
And you just say, Lady Gaga, sing an amazing song.
Now,
and
okay.
she just laid it out there. and
That
said,
was
"This is it."
that was the performance that was full of hype. I have to admit, I seem to be celebrity crushing on Anna Kendrick.
I knew you were going to say that.
Let me tell you. Okay, all right. First of all, I love Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine is fucking fabulous. She is weird as fuck, and is.
You are gayer than me.
I love her. She is eccentric.
Do you see how gay you are?
She's amazing. The whole like tribute to Shirley MacLaine with Anna Kendrick, I thought was fantastic.
I haven't seen this yet.
You
Sorry.
need to watch. It's.
This is the video that he was. You're busy.
I totally fucking I go all fanboy on Anna Kendrick, and I think she's just so incredibly talented. And okay, so I finally got around to watching Pitch Perfect, which
I haven't seen that yet. Is it on Netflix?
No, I have the DVD though. I
Can you
can't.
bring it over next week?
Yes.
Because I need to watch it.
Before we go see part 2.
That and I need it for something else.
I finally got around to watching it after, it's been out for like a year already on DVD. So I'm a little late to the party. But oh my God. I'm just like, oh my God, I love her.
I listened to the soundtrack.
I love her. I think I would, yeah.
So what did you think? What did you think?
Fantastic. I mean, all the entertainment I thought was pretty good, except for some of the Neil Patrick Harris was a little dry, but or a little off.
It's a little off-key.
Certainly not as good as oh my God, what's her name? Last year.
Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
No, that was at the Golden Globe. Ellen, thank you. Ellen from last year was fantastic.
Remember
Fabulous
Ellen?
Whoopi Goldberg is my all-time favorite, though. The one she did the year where she dressed in all the costumes.
I remember that. I actually watched that one where she kept coming out in different costumes, fucking dressed as Queen Elizabeth and shit.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was phenomenal.
Oh, that's
It was all the nominated costumes
correct.
of the evening, and she wore them at different points.
1998.
It's fantastic. Oh, was it that long ago now?
I do remember that because I was in Hawaii and I know where I was living at the time. And I know who I was with at the time.
How the Oscars touched your motherfucking life.
It was 1998.
That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. So, can you tell me some of your who won that you didn't expect to win, and who you thought should have won?
Well, like I said, the best picture, I thought it was going to be Boyhood, but then at the last minute I realized it was going to be Birdman. I would have gone with Boyhood, but I also really liked Whiplash. I was surprised that Whiplash got editing because I thought it was going to get screenwriting, adapted screenplay, but it didn't. So there were little subtle things like that, but overall, the actors and the supporting actors, I think, were right on. I think the best ones got it. Oh, foreign film, I was really rooting for Leviathan, and Ida got it. Yeah, I think those are kind of the big ones. It was a weird year because there was no one movie that really stood out as oh, this is the one, Selma. I mean, Selma. The director should have gotten a director nomination, and maybe a best actor instead of Bradley Cooper for American Sniper. But other than that, yeah.
I'm not too excited to go see that.
I have no desire, really.
I know it's made a lot of money and it's popular.
I'm not a fan
American
of
Sniper.
Oh yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of much better films on the war. Certainly, The Hurt Locker from a few years back was way better.
Yes.
I have my own. I'm in terms of a sort of political thing. I don't know that we should be celebrating somebody that's killed 150 something people. I don't.
So you don't like war movies at all?
Well, there's a difference. If it's a war movie, that's fine. Snipers are fucking. You stand up there where nobody can see you and you pick people off, and you've picked off 150 people that had no defense, didn't see you coming, and basically they're shot in the back. You're way the fuck up there. They can't see you. They don't know what's coming. Bang! You shoot them. How
I agree.
is that, I can't.
And the film is very one-sided. It sees things from that character's perspective and makes
Does it
him.
get both sides?
No, with that was the original concept, was to give both sides, but they didn't end up doing that. So he's very much painted as a hero throughout the film, and I mean the contribution is that it looks at his post-traumatic stress disorder, but I don't know that that's enough. I don't know if it's certainly not the best film on that either.
Right. Yeah. No.
There's a lot of people.
Although I would like to see the scene with the fake baby in it, just because.
Just because. I'm sure somebody will put it on YouTube.
Just because it's a fake baby. Why would you do that? Why not just wait and shoot it later when you have a real baby? I mean, it's stupid.
You and
Come
the fake baby. Thank you, Don, for being here. We have.
Thanks so much for having me. It was so much fun.
Yes. Hopefully, we haven't scared you away, and you want to come back again.
Well, next time I'd like to be there in the studio with your audience.
Yeah, we remember that we are available for hire the next time you decide to shoot a film of any sort. If you need a voiceover, I can.
If you want a Nina Simone lookalike.
Oh.
Nina Simone, are we talking?
Her birthday was this weekend.
Nina Simone.
Do your homework, huh?
Is she relevant?
She could be.
She's always relevant, yeah.
She could be. She has never been irrelevant.
That's you're entirely right.
If you're ever doing anything that calls for a handsome ginger.
Well, he was looking for a ginger.
I often do things that require a handsome ginger, but I'm not sure that they're things that I film. You know what I mean? Well, they could be filmed, but maybe not for those purposes.
Oh my! He never did specify. He never did specify.
I guess that's true.
He said as long as it's paying. That's all I heard.
Well, we can work something out. It's fine.
All right. So
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yes, it was enjoyable.
It was.
Always a pleasure to chat.
And we want to thank everybody that watched tonight and tuned in to our 23rd episode. We're getting so close.
We are getting so close.
We're getting close to our 100th episode, and I'm so scared because I'm like, I have all these ideas and I'm planning stuff, and I'm hyperventilating thinking about it.
And she's gonna have all this shit that's gonna be really big, and she wants to plan all this stuff, and we're gonna end up back here.
Yeah, and then everybody keeps telling me no, and then I'm like yes, and then I'm like no, and then I'm like yes, let's do it, and they're like no. So Freddy included, because I haven't told them my idea about what I think we should do, but
I'm terrified.
Don, if you ever come up with any ideas, and you know, anybody that can help us create bigness, that's not a big show, big ending, let me know. We want to thank our sponsors, Phoenix Movie Bears and Gabe King Photography. And next episode, be tuned in, paying attention, because we're going to introduce something that Freddie and Carrie came up with over the weekend that I think you will find phenomenal, and I am going to try to go through the extra effort of finding a prize for you.
I'm excited.
And
maybe we should get the bumper stickers.
And then I want you guys to know that we are sponsoring the Arizona EOI pageant, or one of the partners. We're not like sponsoring the whole goddamn thing, because just saying, man. We don't make no money. So look for our banner there. Look for little giveaways on the table, maybe. So until then, we'll see you next week. Visit our website at letshaveafefe.com and add us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and look for Don on Facebook.
Visit his website.
It sounds like he has an XTube account because he's filming Ginger. So
hey, you know what? Gingers are very lucrative.
He's doing the paid accounts only.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
loves a ginger. They may not admit it, but
he hasn't said a word. He hasn't denied. He hasn't said yes, I do, or no, I don't.
He just chuckles.
It's under a secret code name.
Right.
As long as everybody's Googling me, that's all that matters.
Oh, okay. I feel you. But I am terrible, and I'm gonna pick a brain.
Oh, fuck, Felicia, my God, I can't even.
This one's good.
There you go, I'll do that one.
I gotta wait for it to load. Do this one. It won't. So, if I work so hard for the money, if you want to send me some,
right.
I'm here.
All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Yeah.